Listen, it's crazy that last night I mentioned I wanted to do this on podcast.
Wow.
You guys, and you made it all happen today.
I'm so excited to have Neema on the episode today.
Oh my God, it's gonna
Neema
be
is truly an indescribable individual. It's like
Wow.
I just recently met him, but he's so like just truly incredible. And we were at this birthday party a few nights ago, and he was across the room like doing his thing, like being goofy, you know, social, whatever. And I was just like looking across the room at him, and I was like, I had mentioned this on the podcast last night. I think I just was looking at Neema, and I was like, this is like the future of the film industry. And it's like this dude across the room. Like,
Yes.
it's
already.
crazy.
It's crazy. I was looking back at you. I don't know if
Somehow I didn't notice that.
I don't know if you could tell we were locking.
Locking eyes across the front.
We were looking
These
at it and I
people
somehow
are
didn't
the
notice.
future of the film.
Yeah, we are. I mean, really
I was like,
are.
that's the future of comedy right
That's the
there.
future.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
One day, you know, on set, we'll lock eyes.
Welcome to
sure.
the Yerba Mate podcast.
Yeah.
This episode is brought
Should
to
be
you.
sponsored.
Yes,
It's
by-
brought to you by Neema bringing to us
But
yerba
Neema,
mates.
Neema bringing us yerba mate. We just found out that it is caffeinated.
Isaiah just found out that it is caffeinated.
Oh, so y'all knew? Wow.
I don't. If anyone does know what the back of the can means when it says "mighty, glowing, lifted, bright light,"
Yeah, what's that about? Yeah, I got a little bit of
Sounds
a
like something I
sensitivity to
don't want to
caffeine.
know more about.
right? It sounds like they discovered like a new sea creature, you know?
Right, yeah.
Which they seem to just do once in a while, and it's like
The
always
sea
like,
is
the
so
next
full of
scariest
secrets. The sea is so full of secrets.
But I
you
feel
know?
like if you close your eyes and don't think about anything and drink it, you could think it's healthy, you know?
For
Right.
sure.
I mean,
But
yeah.
that applies to anything.
That applies to
literally,
anything,
you can do
yeah.
anything and just tell yourself it's healthy.
yeah, if you just
crack.
lie to
Yeah,
yourself.
you
healthy.
could. This is healthy in a way. In its own way.
But like Red Bull, you know it's fucked.
Right, you know,
Right, yeah, Red Bull's the only thing
and
you can
vodka
lie.
Red Bulls are like one of my drinks of choice. So that's just
Wow.
like a screenshot. I think maybe then it becomes like a health shot.
Mm.
Because
Oh,
I'm
when
mixing
you put it
vodka
together.
and Red Bull. It's like, okay, well, that's like
Vodka
an
healthy.
one. Yeah.
Red Bull not. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Kind of like
never drink
water,
vodka
it
Red Bull.
neutralizes.
Exactly.
I feel like a vodka Red Bull would kill me.
Oh,
It
yeah.
would certainly kill like a pilgrim. It
Wow.
would certainly kill a pilgrim. Happy Thanksgiving.
Wow. Yes, happy Thanksgiving.
Shout
Wow.
out to our pilgrims out there.
Shout
Shout out to the-
shout out to our
yes,
pilgrims
shout out to the
watching at home.
Yes. Yes.
Neema, yeah. Introduce yourself, kind of like what you do.
Just in general, besides for ASMR.
Yeah,
Yeah,
besides
besides
your
ASMR.
professional ASMR career.
My name is Neema. I'm primarily a cinematographer, but I like to direct. I like to take photos, but day to day, I am a cinematographer.
Amazing.
Um,
a great one.
Part-time
Fantastic.
comedian amongst my friends, they might say. I can
We would
act
say.
too amongst
Yeah.
my friends.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, that's right.
We say this.
Yep.
We do say this. We
Yep.
do.
Groups are saying this. Your job is incredible.
Your job is incredible.
Your
and
job
the
is incredible.
People that you work with are just like incredible.
The people
know
that
what
you
I mean?
work with are incredible.
Like, what was
and
the most recent? Was it Rebecca Black,
Rebecca
Brockhampton?
Black was the-
like,
was the
you
most
know,
recent
so
one, right?
recent. Just like, you know, in a day's work, you know, like, oh.
Rebecca Black, Brockhampton, and then you also shot with Gene Dawson.
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite
Oh,
artist.
he's my favorite artist.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That is incredible. I love Gene Dawson,
Dude,
and
me
for
too.
years I have loved Gene Dawson.
Oh, me
How
too.
did you
So-
get in? Like, how did you even start working? Like, what was the process of you, like, getting to this point in
Yeah.
your career?
Dude, that's actually so interesting because I feel like, I kind of have always gone with just like fake it till you make it. I'm like,
Wow.
I'm
We were
like,
just
Faked it so
talking about
well.
that last
Yeah, we were
night
talking
with-
about that last
with
night with
Maisie,
Maisie.
yeah.
You faked it so well.
Yeah.
Because now you're shooting with some incredible,
Like,
incredible
insane,
artists.
yeah.
Like, some of my favorite artists.
I mean, like, I started doing film in high school.
Sure.
I feel like, you know, I always made like, I mean, even before that, I was like making videos, obviously not knowing it's gonna be a thing.
Mhm.
Like, we're talking about photo booth. I would set
Yeah.
up the little photo booth and
Mhm.
like put me and like my little cousin riding like a roller coaster or something.
Wow.
I
Like
feel
a
like
short film.
I don't know. I feel like I've always had this interest in video and like creative stuff like that. But then I feel like honestly, I definitely owe a little bit to a lot of it. I don't know. You never know. Hey, shout out to my brother.
Oh, yes.
brother.
Shout out to
I feel like
brother.
I owe him a lot because going into high school, he was in like the like very beginner video program, and like I was going to high school. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I always loved Legos, so I just thought I'd be like an engineer one day. I was like, I
Okay.
like building.
Yes.
I'll
That's
do
real.
construction.
No, that's right.
I don't know.
Construction worker Neema era.
I
I'm building
built-
those roads and shit.
I
Come
know,
on.
that's right.
I built
STEM.
a skate ramp, you
Yeah.
know?
Okay.
Really faulty,
Yeah.
but I built it. So I was like,
Okay.
construction is my thing. I want to be an
Yeah.
engineer. My parents, like, both had an engineering background. I don't know. And then, like, I was going to high school. I was going to a high school not next to my middle school, so I already felt kind of out of place.
Sure.
And so my brother was like, dude, they got this film program. And, like, I feel like my brother's got a lot of confidence and, like, energy and whatever. He just, like, went up to the teacher and was like, you gotta get my brother in the class. And like
Wow.
they don't like
Wow.
let freshmen because you're like supposed to like go through the beginner class
Yeah.
to like
Okay.
and then like upgrade. And so she kind of like trusted my brother, took a chance on me, and I did like film. And the rest I feel like I significantly owe to my teacher. Like she's like just such a hard ass, like
Yeah.
like from New York, and like so strict,
Wow.
but also
You
like
need
a
that.
second mother to me.
Yeah.
And so I
That's
feel like
incredible.
all through high school I had this very like cutthroat experience,
Yeah.
like
Jesus.
little
Yeah.
freshman Neema, like, like just like
Wow.
cutthroat ass experience of like film. And like I feel like that just conditioned me. Like before I even graduated high school, I was like, all right, if I made it through some like what I felt like at the time were like the most insane experiences in film, like then I still want to do it, then like I'll keep, then like this is what I want to do. And I feel like that kind of carried on forever. But then went to college, which is a saga on its own. We could have a whole podcast of me trying to get into college.
Oh.
Trying to
Like,
get into college.
it like okay, I spent so much time in high school doing film, and shout out to my parents for somehow letting this happen until they realized, wait, like how are you gonna like have a future like, if you're like skipping so much class? Like
yeah.
I missed so much class, got so many like notes to like leave for like events and shit.
Uh-huh.
And like I feel like I spent so much time on film that my grades
Tanked.
steadily declined.
Right.
And
Right.
Of course.
so when it came time to apply, I like didn't get in off the bat. And so I think why I always felt like I'm gonna get into college easy, because I was just like, I'm gonna keep going, I'm gonna be like the best film guy.
Right.
Easy. Like
Yeah.
turns out you like need good grades
Yeah.
to like go to
Crazy shit.
college.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Which is
that's
unfortunate. It is really, truly, it kind of is. 'Cause
You're like,
it's
I'm going to art school. I'm
Right.
going to art.
Yeah,
Why
you're
would
doing
you-
the
why
art.
would
It's
you
like,
mad?
yeah,
Come
that should
on.
be enough. You know, like the fact that you have reasons to be written out of school, like should be
Exactly,
enough.
exactly.
Okay, yeah, fair.
And then like while I was in high school, I was like going on a lot of sets at the college I wanted to go to. Like I knew some like older people, and so I feel like I spent like the last 2 years of high school working on like Chapman University's film sets. And like so I was like, well, I'm a student here, they're gonna let me in. I like already knew some of the professors.
Yeah.
I'm like, of course they'll let me in. And it just didn't work like that. And like
Wow.
just like long story short, like every alumni and student and like generations of Chapman students wrote like letters to the dean being like, hey, like Neema has
Wow.
like been a part of the school, we feel like he goes here, he's like spending more time in these classes than like some of your students, because I would just like go to the Chapman classes and like miss like high school classes.
Wow.
And like yeah, I feel like it just got to a point, and like they were like so sick of me sending in letters, reading letters about me. Like they're like, dude, it's
Just-
not gonna happen.
Oh, I thought they were gonna say yes.
No.
Damn. Oh,
And then
damn.
I went to
It's crazy.
community college, and I had to like prove myself. They were like, dude, okay, go to community college and like give it a shot. Like we're already full. So I went to community college, which was the most depressing time of my life, honestly.
jeez.
And like I reapplied, followed back up with like the 8 different. I was like, Oh my, I had a whole plan. I was like, okay, I'm going to talk to this professor. So then when I talk to the dean, the professor is going to talk to the dean at the same time that I emailed. So then I was like, the dean's just going to be like, man, everyone talks
loves
about this
this
guy.
guy.
Like, we got to let him in.
How's
And then
that?
I got in after
Wow.
1 year. But then
Amazing.
literally like 2 years in, I like thought about dropping out.
The school's been like, are you
The
fucking
school's
serious?
like, you have got to
Fucking
be.
serious.
You would not leave us fucking alone. You would not leave us alone. And now you don't even want to finish. Did you end up finishing?
I did end up. I haven't taken my Spanish class yet.
Wait,
Wow.
you're kidding. So was COVID a part of this?
No.
Like,
When, at the time I thought about dropping out, I like just left one of my classes because it was like too hard, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna be here
real-
tomorrow.
Real
Like,
as fuck.
I'm glad I finished. Like some of the like people I met like changed my life, and so I feel like it was amazing. And like also like I kind of felt like I like figured out a master plan of like how to like get through college and do what I want. And like I think there was a point at the beginning where I felt like every job, and up until last year maybe felt the same way. I was like, every single job will change my life. And like if I say no, like
Yeah.
I should
Yeah.
quit.
Yep,
Like because I'll
yep.
never get hit up again.
Yep.
And like I think I like started to weigh in like, all right, what's actually kind of gonna like be a
Right.
huge influence. And like I think that's kind of when I started segueing into like doing music videos is like I got hit up to like go be on this set or work on this set, and like they're all like maybe small videos but with like medium big artists, and then like that kind of started
Mhm.
trickling into like, oh, like Neema shot this last thing, can we have him shoot this? And then like I swear it was like 2 years of me just like doing like only rap videos in the hood
Yeah.
and like,
Yeah.
like in the most dangerous situations, but I was just like,
Let's do it.
this is what my life is now. I want to do
Right.
music videos.
Yeah,
Like,
Wow.
This is
so
it.
I would just like spend like I would like miss class and then go to like such a dangerous area with like, and then like midway through like the video, like artist like pulls out guns and we're just
Oh,
like,
shit.
oh my god, this is like what my life is now.
Wow.
that's
And,
scary.
like, but I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to
Yeah.
do film. This
Yeah,
is what you
this
gotta
is
go
film.
through.
Wow.
Yeah, gotta go through it.
And then
yeah.
I quickly learned like I can like
You can say no.
actually say no to
Right.
things and like kind of like start to guide the direction that I want to move in.
Yeah.
And like a lot of my friends who were doing what I wanted to do were like, bro, you don't have to say yes to all these. Like
Yeah.
you can say no. You might not work for a week or whatever, but like people will start to see what you like really want to do. And I feel like I kind of like, it's only the past like year that I've like started to be like, okay, I don't have to do every
Right, it's like
single
opportunity
thing.
cost. You've like
yeah.
been choosing. Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
And then
like that.
and then I think like once I'm rambling, but once I
No.
like
This is
You're
what- yeah,
telling your
you're
story. You're
telling your
speaking your
story.
truth.
I know
this
that's
is
right.
my truth.
I know that's right.
I think once I got to my happiest point was when like I started just like working with artists that I love, and like I don't want to do music videos forever.
Sure.
It's just kind of like I was in college and I was like, how am I gonna make money? Everyone's doing short films. All you do in short films is spend your own money.
Yep.
Mm.
I'm like, all of my graduation money went to my thesis, and like it's like amazing, but I like haven't done anything with that. Like I
Yeah,
can't like
right.
like make any money off. And so I was like, all right, I want to work, and like I feel like music videos the way, but I feel like once I started working with like artists that I love, and I'm pretty easy. I love a lot of artists.
What
Like,
was the artist that like changed your perspective on it all? Like, what was the?
I don't know if there's like any like, because I feel like I just started seeing like by chance I would like work with an artist. I was like, I kind of like this artist, and then like I feel like
Wow.
I just started like guiding things to it, and now like a lot of those artists are like my friends, which is kind of
Yeah,
like, and
that's
also
so
I'm just
cool.
such a sucker for like loving everyone that I meet. I'm just
Wow.
like,
Real.
I've never heard
Yeah.
your music. Wow, you're my favorite artist. Like you're so nice.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
music must be great.
Yeah.
Like, my Spotify rap this year is gonna be so bad. It's just gonna be
The
like
dick
all
writing
my
goes
friends.
crazy. It's like your contact ridiculous. Yeah.
I'm so fucked. I'm like, dude, I hope they like are just like, it's Neema. Like, I'm like, yeah.
Right.
Oh my, you have such an incredible energy. Yes, your vibe is like amazing.
The best version.
Oh my God. It's like, wow, this is just so nice. It's like so wholesome. It's such like a wholesome
Yeah, we were like, Neema, like, what artist like change your perspective? He's like, I don't want to make the others feel I can't list one because what if the others get mad? That's so cute.
Okay, so you may not be it's like, who's your favorite shoot like what's been your favorite shoot so far? You could choose multiple too.
Yeah, I mean,
do multiple.
I think the whole Gene Dawson universe of videos has been honestly like I didn't even realize at the time because like we were making the early ones during COVID and like that was just when things were starting to like pick back up. Not even like fully, honestly. Like it was still like 3-person crew and like those videos. I feel like I don't know. Gene's like incredible artist, very well respected, and so not to go on like a Gene tangent, but I'm like you know he's like such a well respected artist and like. Zach Bailey, who like directed those videos, is like such a respected director. I feel like I just like was like, I'm so bored. I want to like work again, and like had no idea who Gene was, and like I didn't really work with Zach that much, and like I feel like it just kind of like worked out where like Gene started taking off, and like those videos started taking off, and then like not that like changed anything overnight, but I feel like as I wanted to like push myself and grow and like say no to like videos I really didn't want to do. Like I feel like people being like, oh, you did those videos? Like even though they were like some of the smallest videos I've ever done to date, like I think like people could see the passion and like see the artistry and like Gene and being in like these like situations. And I think that ended up like getting me in a place where I could kind of like do some cooler videos. And then I think the rest like trickled from there. But that was probably the first video that I did that I had kind of people be like, oh, you did that? Like I'd seen that video. And like they were like so small. Like I was my own assistant. Like the director would be pulling focus. We would like light everything ourselves. And like it was like 0 people there. Like we would drive like 3 hours to like these poppy fields to shoot. And like I don't know, I feel like it definitely worked out. And like but I also always led with like I like this music. I'm gonna do it. I have faith in the artist and like whatever. I want to just like keep moving forward and like if I like it, I don't care how much money I made or who sees it or anything. Like as long as I love it and I had like a positive experience, it's like it's worth it. And so I feel like that's probably the beginning. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to think. Probably one of my favorite videos I've done is I did this video with Still Woozy and Remy Wolf and like. I was just a huge fan of Remy Wolf. So I feel like that, like,
incredible.
Dude,
it's incredible.
Yeah, that's sick.
You've worked with such cool artists. Oh my God, you've worked with such cool artists. How have you found like your style because that's and we were talking to Maisie about it last night too. Was just like it's so hard to be influenced by artists, influenced by tons of artists, and like but being able to find your own, you know, like piece of it. So how did you find your style?
I feel like I don't know. I personally feel like I haven't found my style. I mean, like I like to think someone out there can like see my video and be like,
"You definitely have
I've seen Neema's style, like whatever." But like to me, I'm like, I don't see a single thing I'm doing that I can like say is different. I like to think that like what I have to offer is like my energy working with like certain people, like
great energy. It's a fantastic energy.
Actually, it's like one of the most important parts.
That's an incredible
working and continuing to work.
Yeah, major.
I'm just like
it's a major part.
I'm just a guy.
I like working with these artists. Like maybe some other like DPs are like more serious and like whatever. And like I'm like if I'm having fun, the artist's having fun, the director's having fun, and like I mean like I like invest so much energy into like projects like that when everyone's loving it that like I'm kind of hoping that like translates in certain like situations where they're like, oh, like how do they do like the Gene videos are like us like running around in fields, and I'm like maybe this is separated from like others because not a lot of people would like be in that situation. And like I feel like yeah, I mean, maybe for a while I was thinking like that was kind of like
Mhm.
my thing, like being in situations that not a lot of other people would be in,
Yeah.
but there's just so much shit out there now. I'm like, fuck,
Yeah.
someone
Right.
else has probably done something like this.
Everything
But I'm
is
like,
just
oh,
kind of
I can only
inspired from
hope.
something else. We were talking about that last
We were talking
night.
about
Yeah,
that.
it's
Yeah, I feel like even if
all
it
art
is
is
similar, yeah. Oh, I don't think you can have art without
another
the,
person's art. Yeah.
yeah, without the influences of like other people.
So it's literally just your actually like you're probably so spot on. There's no correct answer, but your answer is probably actually correct because it's like the only thing you really have unique is your vibe.
Yeah,
Your
it's
actual
vibe.
art is gonna be so similar to somebody else's
It's
art.
dog shit.
Yeah, actual art's not good at all. But
I'm
your
just gonna
vibe.
go on the record and
Oh, yeah,
say,
say Neema
I
sucks.
hate everything Neema's made, but I like being around
But he's
him.
fun. He's having a lot of fun.
He's having a lot of.
He's so fun. It's really cute that he has all that fun.
It's cute to have a lot of fun. Well, you were saying that you don't want to do like music videos isn't like your end goal.
Yeah.
And I feel a similar way about like, I mean, eventually, acting's my end goal, but like right now it's like, okay, comedy and like sketches and like, these shows, like whatever, like I feel secure in like the end goal because I do believe that this is like a stepping stone to that. What is your end goal? And like, do you feel like you're in a position where like you're not locked in doing music videos for like longer than you're gonna like get stir crazy for, or like how do you feel about where you're at in the
I kind of always have just led with like, as long as I'm happy,
yeah.
I'll just like keep doing whatever. Like I'll like get caught up in like a situation where I'm just on a wave of like doing so many things that make me happy and whatever that I like will end up saying something yes to something that maybe I even think like I have a bad feeling about, but I'm like, what's the worst that could happen?
Sure.
And like I don't know, I feel like my thought was always, as long as I just keep kind of going, like I don't know when I'll make a swap. Like I feel like there's definitely been times where I'm like, all right, if I eventually want to like shoot feature films, like I should start moving in a narrative direction or like do some more short films and like stuff like that. And like I think people can like know that I can like probably shoot a feature film, but like if I don't have like a bunch of short films out, they're not gonna think
You're the music
like
video
I'm
guy.
I'm like the music video guy or something,
Yeah.
or like whatever. So I want to like segue into that, but I also have to like always remind myself like I'm 25 and like
Yeah.
a lot of the people that I like compare myself to, and like everyone's so guilty of this, just like seeing other people being like, how am I not there yet? I want to be at their spot.
Right.
And like they just did a movie, like why can't I do it? Like
Yeah.
and like I feel like I just gotta remind myself like I'm so at the beginning of like my career, and like as long as I'm happy, stable, and like able to keep doing things that just like have like a positive
Impact on
impact on my life,
yeah.
like
You're where you
I'm just
need
gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Like but
Yeah.
like I think also there's like I don't know like what's happening. Like I just love music so much lately, and like so I'm just like, how can I work with this artist or meet this artist or like what? And like not that I'm like trying to like meet
right,
everyone,
right.
but like I'm just like, okay, like I'm cool being in music videos because there's a chance I'll like work with this person or this person,
Right.
and like it's cool. Like a lot of those people are like around us, like would love to do a video for Maisie.
Yeah.
Like she's one of my good
Right.
friends. Like it'd be like
Yeah.
so much fun. We have like so many friends that are like so incredibly talented that I'm like, dude, like it would be just such a fun time. Like I listen to music all the time to be like a part of it.
Yeah.
The same way like I listen to like Gene's music a lot, and like I got to be a part of it, and I feel like I'm like a part of something, and there's like such a sense of like community, and like so I feel like as long as I'm like happy, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and then when the time comes, like segue over the same way. Like I want to do more commercials, and like I have gotten a few like commercial offers and done it, and like hopefully that'll trickle, and I'll do more commercials, but like I feel like I'm just kind of
It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just vibing until then.
You have a great mindset on it as well. Like I feel like that's the mindset that artists should have. You know what I'm saying? Is like being happy is the most important goal, because I feel like everybody is always everybody always gets like
They're get
bogged
ahead
down
of
in,
themselves,
oh,
yeah.
I want to be here. Why am I not doing this? You know, exactly like you said.
They
You
don't
know
look
what I'm
back
saying?
like where they've
Right.
been before. like,
Everybody
where they're
always
at
like
now.
has a look back, and I have to remind myself about this like all the time too, is that like in like a couple of months when I am having like a depressive spell or a depressive episode, I'm gonna look back at these times where I'm also, you know, sometimes having like a really sad moment, and I'm gonna be like, oh, these were the days back then.
Right,
Oh man,
right.
I was having such a good time back then. We were preparing for the live show, blah blah
Oh
blah.
my
You
gosh.
always look back 2020. I mean, like hindsight is always like, it's actually not 20. It's like rose. You look through it through rose-colored glasses
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
time, you know. But it's like, if you are able to just be comfortable where you are, you're in a very good place. I feel like.
And Neema's
yeah.
comfortable as hell. He just bought a Tesla. So
I know that's right, brother.
you're comfortable as hell. I know that's right.
I hate that this came up.
You're literally the fourth person we've had on this podcast with a Tesla.
Holy
Like
shit.
somehow we just keep finding the Tesla.
We keep
owners.
finding the Tesla
I'm
owners.
financing a car.
Wow.
I needed a new car.
Wow.
And,
And what
we're
better
moving
than-
towards
Why the
electric
Tesla?
future.
What made you get the Tesla?
Oh my god, why are
Fun
we
iPad.
it has a little iPad on it. And I like,
iPad.
and I like
Like
playing
the
games with my
iPad.
friends.
Neema loves playing games with his friends. Yeah, you're big into game nights and stuff. That's one
Dude.
thing that
Yeah.
not everyone knows about Neema. He's a big gamer.
We love a game night. We
Game
love a
night.
game night.
Dude, I love game night because, and I feel like everyone thinks like everyone's so busy, and like everyone
We are,
is
yeah.
busy, and like
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, like if we can. I love how this is just like my thing now. Game nights, like
Yeah.
I'm just down to host. Otherwise, it's your thing too.
Yeah.
Game nights are fun. Game
Dude.
nights are
Just
fun,
fun.
and they're
No
fantastic.
matter how busy
time.
we are, we can still carve out time like once every couple weeks to all get
Exactly.
together and play like some games.
And Werewolf is an
Dude.
incredible game. I haven't been to one of your games. I want to come now. I'm very excited. You know,
You're at
I'm
a
hoping
concert
one
tonight,
day.
but-
Yes, I have a concert tonight. I'm going to see the
I
1975.
forgot we're
tonight.
doing that.
yeah,
It's gonna be
Neema
so
starts
good.
the game. He's hosting it, and I have to keep reminding him that it's happening tonight. But yes.
But I am excited to hear about this, and hopefully, you know, next one, if y'all ever have room, I would
We're
love
gonna.
to come.
Oh my gosh, we always have room.
Oh, excellent!
I
That's
feel
fantastic.
like what's so like special about it is like everyone's so busy, and like, you know, like for some reason, like going to like, you know, say like we want to hang out, let's go to a bowling alley, go to a movie, like it like feels like too much
much.
almost, like
You're committing to
even
too
though
much.
maybe it's like not, and like we could sit down and like on my couch and like talk for 8 hours, like
Yeah.
for some reason like doing certain activities feels like too much, and
Absolutely.
unless you like have the energy, and like
Yes.
Yep.
there's something about like game night where everyone like gets together, and like it's not always everyone, some people have to miss it, but like
Mhm.
I feel like in our busy lives being like, I'm just gonna go to Neema's house, we're just gonna like hang out for a couple hours. It
Yeah.
like feels so chill, but then we're just literally raging and having so much
Yeah.
fun to the point where my landlord thinks we're like throwing parties
Yeah.
weekly, like
Threatened to evict you. a few
literally
weeks ago.
threatened to evict us. Yeah, like
Oh my
we got this
God.
like long thing that was
Yeah.
like, you guys are throwing multiple parties a week.
And it's like we're just
Like,
game,
bruh.
game night.
That's so crazy.
But then
I have to go to one of these.
But then the landlord was like, "Yeah, okay, I guess I know how game nights
I
can
know how
get."
game nights. I'm just
It's like,
like,
what do you
bro.
mean?
I found out Maria was the werewolf, and I got a little
That
angry.
bitch was lying.
Werewolf is an incredible game. It's
Yeah.
an incredible game. And y'all play, I've only played like the theater kid way where it's just talking. Y'all have the card. You have the card version
Cards,
of
the game on your phone, like the audible.
The Audible, I was like, oh, like we're playing shit out the speaker when we fucking play that shit at Friendsgiving. I was like, oh my God.
Gotta
this
set
is
the
incredible.
fireplace on the TV.
Yeah, fireplace on the TV is must have. Yeah.
It's unbelievable. I love that. I love that shit so much. I'm a huge
I can't
game
wait
person.
for us to literally be like, okay, it's like after the Vanity Fair after party.
Right,
Let's just go
yeah.
to Neema's
Pull up
house
to
with
Neema's,
the
we're
real
gonna have a-
fireplace. We're gonna play werewolf. Like this, I'm certain that game nights will continue
Yeah.
into the far into
I
the
hope
future.
so. And I feel like it's been like so special. Like some of the game nights we've had where I'm just like sitting in the room like, holy fuck, everyone here is like so
Crazy.
talented.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah.
We
we're
were
just like
talking about this last night. That's so cool.
we're just all in like a
On the
room
same
together
room.
playing
Yeah.
a game, like
Yes.
calling
Bitch,
each
if
other
someone
up.
bombed this room,
Right,
we
it
would
would
be
be
decimating the
insane.
future of
It
all
would be
industries.
so insane.
Like,
Oh my god.
We need a designated survivor for real.
It's so cool that we're able to do that though, like to be like, oh my gosh, in like 5 or 10 years, and I feel like I'm gonna sound like a broken record probably because we did these interviews back to back with you, amazing. But it's like, oh my god, this like so cool that everybody's like all in the same
Be
room.
our friends.
These are all like our
that's
friend groups,
crazy.
like that's the shit that we read about in history books. You know, like
Right.
all of these artists would get together,
Yeah.
you know, in New York or Los Angeles, and they would be hanging out. You know, it's like Basquiat and Andy Warhol. Like that's like they were all friends. Like
hanging
and that's
out.
what they were doing.
Picasso had some friends too,
Picasso
right?
had
Wasn't he
friends.
friends with them or something?
I think so. Yeah, I didn't want to throw Picasso in because I don't know Picasso's history as much as I know about Andy Warhol. I know Andy Warhol and Basquiat. That's why I always go back to them.
Damn,
Literally
I'm
the
gonna
only
be
two artists.
Picasso forgotten. I don't know shit about Maria's. Weren't Neema and Isaiah hanging out?
This game night has 3 ASMR legends here right now.
ASMR
This is
legends.
absolutely insane that they're in this room right
It
here.
brings you back to like being a kid. I feel like when you go into your friend's house and you're just like, oh, we're just like playing the Xbox. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like, oh, we're
Yeah.
playing Call of Duty or something. Like I just haven't. I didn't do that. I haven't had anything like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's very cool. Like it's such a cool thing to be able to do
Very
something
cool
like
thing.
gaming. What else do y'all play other than Werewolf?
We play
Like
this-
Jackbox TV.
I love
Yeah.
Jackbox.
We also play this game called Fishbowl that like
I fucking love Fishbowl.
Yeah. You put a bunch of
Yeah.
words and phrases
Yes.
into a bowl and you
Fishbowl's a
pick
good
it up.
one.
You do like a little charades, a little like kind of like describing the word without saying it kind of situation.
Wow,
Yeah,
I fucking
I've got a
do it.
couple
It's
games
so-
I want to start introducing.
Also, with just like a room full of like comedians and
Yeah.
actors, like charades gets crazy.
It gets crazy. It
Charades
gets
gets
insane. It gets
It
insane.
gets a little sassy. You're
Oh
like,
my
okay,
God.
yeah.
What games are you planning on introducing?
It's the one that we played at Maddie's house with the like spinner thing. Because I just want to
Oh,
hear
yeah,
people
yeah,
like
yeah.
Neema like justify like
Yeah.
why they put the arrow where they did. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got to introduce games like that and the animal noise game.
The animal noise game is
I
so
love the
hard.
animal noise game.
The animal noise game is so
But, yeah.
tough. Yeah, that's incredible. Who are some of your like music? Who are some of the music people that you want to work with in the future?
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them. Yeah, let's manifest hour. Yeah, let's do a manifest hour.
Welcome
really
to the
quick.
Manifest Podcast, hosted by Neema Sadeghi. Dude, that's such an interesting question. Fuck.
Like top three. Top three.
I could definitely see you directing like one of Billie Eilish's videos.
Oh,
in the like
that would be
in like
God.
truly like a span of like because the degree of separation is like one person.
Dude,
That's
but-
awesome. It
but
is,
Billie
yeah.
Eilish is directing her own video. I'm like, dude,
I know.
I feel like she's
She
got
does.
She need-
a
she don't
good
need no
thing
help.
going.
I'm about
bro.
to say she
She don't
need
need
help.
no
though. She need help. Like
Yeah.
she's not
At
doing
least
it
shoot
all
it
on
or
her own.
something.
It'd be,
You know?
it'd be sick to work
She's not,
with Billie
she's not shooting
Eilish.
it.
Yeah.
It's funny, like I feel like a lot of my dream artists are like smaller, and I feel like I've worked with like a few of them. Like I feel like like Remy Wolf was definitely like one of them. Who else?
Baby Keem.
Baby
Bro,
King.
like,
Be
if
ama-
you go,
yeah,
that'd be so fun.
sick.
Woo!
I
That
feel
would be
like
insane.
Dominic Fike would be kind of dope.
Wow.
Like,
sick.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
hard. That would be hard.
dude, I've always wanted to shoot an ASAP Rocky video, like an official video. I've like been a part of a few, but I'm like always like, oh my god, it'd be so dope to like shoot
Yeah.
something like this. But I don't know, it's just a lot of like artists that are just so involved in the art and the craft of like music videos that I'm like, I want to be a part of that. Like
Yeah.
Gene's videos, like we're trying to make them the best possible video, and he's like super invested in it. So I feel like any artist who's like super invested in the art that comes out, like
Yeah.
honestly, working with Noel Miller is like
Wow.
super
Yeah.
sick because
Yeah.
like he's so invested in his creative behind his videos, and like I just love being a part of that whole journey because I feel like we can really bounce off each other and like
Yeah.
see how far we can take it. And I feel like that's kind of a dream too, honestly.
That's so cool.
It's like that's like a select page of like what I think is the most advertisable work.
Yeah.
Like not even like my best,
Come on,
honestly.
Carly
but-
Rae.
Dude, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, working with Carly Rae Jepsen is probably the craziest.
Carly Rae
I'll be
Jepsen
back.
said that she likes our vibe.
Yeah, Carly Rae Jepsen
No
would probably
way.
come to
Yeah,
game
we
night.
were at a
She'd probably come to game night, actually.
Bro, what?
Yeah, we were at Mick Jagger's daughter's birthday party, and Carly Rae Jepsen was there, and she said that she liked our vibe.
That's so sick.
So yeah, she probably we're tight, we're close.
Wait, so what was it like working with Carly Rae Jepsen?
Oh, dude. Oh my god, dude. That was like such a weird full circle moment.
Yeah.
In high school, I made like what I thought was some of my best work.
Yeah, okay.
It was like a lip sync video to "Call Me Maybe" with like all the teachers in the school
What?
singing to
Wow.
Carly Rae Jepsen, like "Call Me Maybe," and then we're just like going through the hallways and stuff, and it was like just such a like notable time in my like high school film world, and
Yeah.
like. Yeah, when I got hit up for that, I was like, "What? Carly,
Did
the
you
same
like send
Carly?"
it to your teachers?
Oh my god, instantly! And then we had like, fuck, I hope Carly doesn't see this. We had like
She actually listens to my podcast
Yeah,
every
avid
week,
listener,
so-
avid listener
Shit,
pro.
right.
She loves our vibe.
Carly, we love you. She like we had like a Zoom call for like the coloring session afterwards, and
Yeah.
like I like had to send a screenshot to my high school teacher. I was like, well, I'm in a Zoom with. She's like, who's that? I'm like, it's Carly Rae Jepsen.
Y'all didn't know? Y'all didn't know when we were doing the Call Me Maybe lip sync video?
You know
Yeah.
what's so funny about that? And maybe this isn't funny, and I'm just bitter. Dude, I was on set of the Rebecca Black video,
Yeah.
and I forget like. I was like with some people that were on the crew from the Carly video, and we're just like talking about what a great video that was and like all that. And then one of my grips, who's like one of my good friends, he was like, "Oh yeah, one of like the highlights of my life was her following me," and I was like, "Like she followed you, like, bro? She didn't follow me. I did 2 videos with her." And then someone next to him was like, "Oh, bro, she followed me too."
Oh, you're kidding. Oh, that's sick.
What?
That's sick.
Well, we'll get to the follow now because she's an avid listener of Baroque.
Yeah.
But like, oh
Yeah.
my
And
gosh.
then I like talked to the director. He's like, "Bro, that's for sure an accident.
Yeah,
Like she
for
followed
sure.
everyone." I was
Yes,
like,
that's
I was
certainly an
"Fuck." Like, no wonder she's missing my DMs. I'm like, "Congrats on the album."
Oh my god. Maybe this could be the connection getting her to game night and get you the follow. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you
Yeah.
gotta send her a DM being like, hey, let's
Hey.
come through.
Let's come
You know?
through. She
Come
probably
to
just
game night.
assumes that she, already follows you.
She
because why
definitely
wouldn't
does.
She,
No,
She definitely
it's
does.
so funny. No, but she's literally like probably the sweetest artist I've ever worked with. There's like
Wow.
one shot where during prep we're like, "Oh, it'd be cool if she like stood in this tree," and I'm like, "Dude, but she's like a massive artist. She's not gonna like stand in the tree." And like she's like, "I grew up with boys. I'm gonna get in the tree." And like
Oh,
she's like
wow.
standing. I'm like, I was really afraid to go up in the tree, so I didn't do it. Like,
Y'all have fun. I'll be down here though.
I'm like, what happens when she actually falls? Like, how
Right.
do we?
Yeah, I
what
don't
do
be
we
getting
do?
up in trees. I don't be
Hey,
doing that shit.
She's not holding the camera. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, no, that's real. I do not be getting up in trees. I do not be climbing trees and shit. No, that shit is scary. That shit's scary, especially if it's a big one. Hell no.
Especially if it's a big
Hell
one.
no. No.
Small ones still don't do it.
Still-
Small ones still don't do it. The closest I got was like a tree that was basically on the ground because I had to make a video. Yeah, I had to make a video.
Oh, yeah, the one across the street.
Nah, it was in a park. Oh wait, we did 2 of them. Oh
Yeah.
fuck, I have climbed 2 trees. Yeah, it was fucking crazy. The one that we did where I like jumped out of the tree. I was
Yeah.
like, all right, that's how you know I'm fucking committed to this shit because I do
We're
not
doing this
climb
shit.
trees.
We
Yeah.
gotta get some checks
We
man,
gotta get
because
some
we're jumping out of trees.
jumping out of trees and shit, man. Yeah, no,
Yeah, we gotta get our
absolutely,
bag,
we gotta
yeah.
get paid.
Yeah,
we gotta get paid soon. But you know, and it's shot and it's coming. And like
It's
we
coming,
always
and
say,
we just said
like
yesterday.
this is what we say every episode. This should
It's
be our
coming.
closer for the end. It's coming.
The bag
you know
is
what I'm saying?
coming,
The
you
bag
know?
is coming. You know, we can't be Baroque girls much longer. You know what I'm saying? Because this podcast is also like extended to us like doing interviews with like homies, and it's like been vibes. Like it's been like vibes. Like, we haven't talked about money at all.
Yeah, at this point, the podcast is like not about money. I mean, we did mention that Neema has a Tesla.
We mentioned that Neema has a Tesla.
Financing, it's going to be
Fan-
4 to 5 years. We'll see. Hope I pay it off, and
Yeah,
I can. I
fingers
don't have to
crossed.
sell everything.
Just like student loans. Maybe they never see it. Maybe they never see it because I'm never paying.
I'm never paying that. Joe Biden's got that.
Joe Biden's got that. Yeah,
Joe Biden's
shout
got
out to
that, he said.
Joe Biden and God. Joe Biden said that he got it.
Joe
So,
Biden and God are paying off my student
yeah,
loans.
Joe Biden got to pay it off my
And
student loans.
that's
I'm not
trust.
worried about that shit at all. They're never seeing that money. They're never seeing that shit fucking money. But
Do you have
that's all I can
anything
really think
like
about it.
coming up, or
It's
like
true.
do you,
I'm not fucking
because
paying
do
it.
you have any like what's kind of like what does the next year look like for you? Do you even know, or
No.
does it kind of just like based off
I
vibes?
feel like some stuff literally I get hit up for like the day before. It's kind
Really?
of like
Wow.
crazy. Honestly, like I feel like things are so last minute.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
like
Huh.
been like putting off this surgery I'm supposed to get for like for so long because jobs just
You
keep
need
like
that surgery.
What's
but
what? Oh, wait. I mean, maybe don't say it about. Whoa, hold on. A major.
I'm getting a BBL. It's about to go crazy up in here.
It's about to go crazy.
thought you
Neema's
was
on
gonna
set,
get thicker.
caked up.
They
Caked
didn't think I
up.
could get thicker, and it's happening.
Neema's getting thicker. That should be the cold open. I can get thicker and it's happening.
And it's happening.
Wow. Yeah.
You gotta go get surgery. You have got to go get surgery.
I just keep
I have
pushing
the
it
same
back.
thing that you have, that you're getting the surgery
Oh.
from. I have the same thing, but I just don't need surgery for it at this point. I'm not
Interesting.
25 yet. So maybe when I'm
Wow.
25.
Oh, it's an
I
age
know.
thing.
No.
Let's just leave it. Leave them guessing. Fuck it, I don't want to talk about
Yeah, I don't
Wow,
want to
no,
talk about
that's
it
real
either.
as
It's
fuck.
like
Let's
that
leave them
weird-
guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, okay, real as fuck, real as fuck.
Yeah.
But no, that's legit though, because I also have some major like dental work that I need to get done.
Don't even get me started about that. So every sip of this, I'm like, that hurts.
Yeah, oh
It's kinda
yeah.
cold.
No, shit's getting really
Oh.
bad. Actually, no, like shit's actually
Oh,
getting
fuck.
really bad. Yeah. I gotta figure this shit out.
Yeah.
And there's also like I gotta get like a psychiatrist. I was just telling my
Oh,
girlfriend, like, I gotta
yeah.
get a psychiatrist, a therapist, going into the new. Like I need that shit immediately.
Yeah.
So it's like, but it's tough. It's hard because
You
it's
gotta
like
pay for it yourself.
you gotta pay for it
If you're
yourself.
freelance, essentially, it's like, okay, well, no one's paying for it.
right, exactly. You know, and then it's like it's a process of getting health insurance, and then I had health insurance, and then I stopped paying on health because I went to the dentist. And I was like, all right, I'm about to get this done. I put in all the work.
Yeah.
I waited the months. I was ready. Went there, and they were like, first of all of your individual teeth are differently, like you have to differently insured. So they were like, there's for multiple different surgeries, you're paying different prices.
Different amounts, and you have to have the insurance for a different amount of time to be able to use
Yeah.
health insurance for different teeth.
There was some surgeries I could get in February and some in April. And I was like, I'm not paying this anymore. I'm not
Your teeth
paying
are
this.
There's some
separately
crazy shit going on.
Insane,
there,
insane.
bro.
I was like, I'm just fucking like, I have to make a significant amount of money so I could just pay it all at one time. Because I'm
Right.
not fucking waiting. I was like, what's the point of that? Like, what's the
Multiple
point?
two
Wow.
surgeries, and you're recovering from each one.
Yes, I
Like,
have to
no.
recover. It's like it would be all of 2023. It would be all of 2023. I have one in February. I have one in April. And I have one in August.
Is this an off the record kind of conversation about what's happening down there?
Like oh my like it's just like no, it's not off the record. I just have like just digital. I mean, it's just like regular stuff. Like I just have to like get cavities filled, and then I never got my wisdom teeth taken out. So like back there, like it's starting to get grinded down and stuff. And then
fuck.
I've had like previous things that have been like temporary like fillings that are like still in there. Just needs to take them out. Wasn't aware, but those were all done under a different insurance. Those are all done under like my parents' insurance when I was younger. So now it's like it's me by myself, and I'm like,
Figuring out. No one told me that every tooth
I was
was
like,
insured
oh
separately.
my
I didn't
God.
know all them shits were like differently insured. So now I'm just gonna like pay it all at one time
that's so
whenever the
fucked.
money comes. But it's like, damn, like what the
Yeah.
fuck? This shit is hard.
I'm trying to figure that out before I'm 26 because every time I go in, I have new cavities, and then
Yeah.
they're like, "Yeah, that's a root canal." Like I've got multiple root canals. I'm like,
Oh.
all right, I turned 26 in April. I gotta figure this out
Oh.
now. That's why I'm getting the surgery. Hopefully soon for my
Hopefully.
other situation, for
Yeah.
my BBL.
do
And then,
it while you're able. I would say just do it while you're able to.
Yeah.
Like don't push it off because then you push it off, then it shit gets delayed. It's
Yeah.
like
It's like you want to be thick quick.
Yeah,
Let me think.
exactly.
Get thick quick.
I want to start that
Get
new
thick
year looking
Yeah, New Year
good,
looking
bro.
good, snatched,
Fresh
slim
New
thick.
year, new dump truck.
New dumpy.
Starting 23 with a dumpy. I love it. Yeah, you gotta get that done. Yeah, for sure. Get the
Yeah.
BBL.
Holy shit.
Get the BBL. But yeah, no, it's really difficult. Yeah, it's really difficult. Like
Money,
getting,
like
money.
paying for shit
Yeah.
yourself, totally
And
entirely.
figuring out how to do
And
it.
you also are responsible for your dog, who like has to go to the vet and stuff. So it's like you
What kind
kind
of
of
It's
dog
have a
do you
bad,
child.
bro. That's probably the biggest reason I got the Tesla. It has a dog mode in it, so
Wow.
Dog mode?
I can leave the car locked and have
That's what the horn sounds like in dog mode.
and I can leave the AC on if I have to go into a store or something. Like,
Wow.
and there's a little screen that says like my dog's okay.
That's incredible.
Oh, that's actually incredible.
Dude.
Damn, that's actually like a pretty
Shout out
interesting
Frankie,
car.
yeah.
Shout out to that. I mean, yeah, you know, fuck Elon Musk.
Yeah,
but those
fuck
cars are
Elon
kinda
Musk.
tough. Those cars are kind of tough. I
Noel
wonder-
gives me shit every time I pull up in the Tesla. He's like,
Yeah.
bro, I hate you.
That's literally the only reason I don't want a Tesla because he owns it. But I'm
Yeah,
like,
it sucks. I hate
damn.
being
Yeah.
associated.
Oh, but the Tars do look very cool.
How has no one else like made a car with like those features?
That's what I'm saying.
Come on, like,
Any of them could do that.
you just need to put
Yeah.
an iPad in there. Like,
Yeah.
Why? Like, I don't understand why they don't have that yet. I don't know because I really do like the more
I think it's so cool when you can see like everyone like
Yeah.
on a little iPad game like driving around.
the iPad game.
And with the little iPad on the screen, it's a little elite
you play
fog.
the games. You have games on your on your
You
computer.
have a games on your car.
Can you play games on that thing?
Yeah.
You actually can't.
You
while it's
actually
parked.
can't.
Everything's while it's parked.
Everything's while it's
Everyone
parked.
always thinks like you could just do things while driving. You can't do anything while driving.
That's what
But
I figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No more Tesla talk. This is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
I'm getting scared. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, it's crazy that Elon Musk owns that. But
Yeah, it's fucked. I hate him.
But
Yeah, but the cars are cool.
cars are
I do need an
cool.
electric car though.
And you know your incredible career trajectory has
Yes,
allowed
yes.
you to have a cool car,
To
be a
finance
pet
it over
dad,
the course
To
of
finance it
over
over
the
the
course of
course of
4
4
years.
years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
To constantly be worried about how I'm gonna pay off the monthly bill of
Yeah.
having a new car. My other car, I think I probably broke a record for most breakdowns on the side of the road with my last couple of cars. So I was
Really?
like,
Wow.
no more junk. Like I
No
need to
more
like,
junk.
Yeah.
And I'm still probably in a shitty situation with this car that's like known for catching on fire. Like,
sure. Yeah,
I'm fucked. I'm
for
like
sure.
destined to be fucked. Like my other cars have broken down like
In
more
heinous
times than
ways,
I can
yeah.
think of. Like I'm like, bro, like 3 a.m. coming back from set from Santa Clarita, and I'm just on the side of the road, like
Oh, my-
no service,
nobody's
like
up, yeah.
trying to figure.
And you almost got towed in your new car like a few weeks ago,
Oh
right?
my
like
gosh.
You ran outside while the tow truck was.
It was too late. They were already taking it.
Yeah.
But that happened to me.
It's
Did you
so
stop
fucked.
them?
Well, no, they took the car, but
They do that.
yeah,
They'll just leave.
they
They'll
brought-
leave in your face.
Having a car is tough. Do you feel like you're gonna stay in LA for a significant amount of time?
That's a great question. I feel like it's.
Because you have so much work.
I'm sure, like everyone doing like creative stuff and like freelance in LA feels that way to an extent. Maybe like, because you're like, oh, I'm here because this is where the opportunities are and the people are and the
Yeah.
community is and like all these things. But then like, I'm also like, I don't like necessarily know if I want to raise kids in LA, where I would,
Yeah.
if I was gonna stay in LA, where I'd like, I don't know. I'm starting to think once I reach a point in my life, I could hopefully live anywhere. I feel like
Absolutely.
I think this applies like everyone. It's like,
yeah, I think that's
dude,
everyone's
once
dream.
you're like a successful whatever, you can
Be flued out.
like yeah, flown out, whatever.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
and
That's
like
the dream.
I do always think I'll be in Southern California, so I'll probably be fine, like be close anyways, and like
Yeah.
But yeah, there's something.
I mean, once
about
Brooke
LA that
is a
scares me.
doctor, you know, you're
Yes.
gonna be
Yeah.
on mommy sour weed.
Yeah.
We can go wherever.
Yeah.
Shout out Brooke, love Brooke.
I've been thinking about that too. LA is interesting. It's definitely interesting.
Yeah.
I like living here. I'm gonna be living here for a minute because
Yeah.
my jobs are
A
all
fat
here.
minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been living here for a minute. But I'm like, am I gonna spend my whole life in Los Angeles, man?
It's interesting. To
It is
think
interesting to think about,
It's an
especially
interesting city.
because
bro.
yeah, with like the career I want to do, like I feel like a lot of time will be spent somewhere else, like
Yeah.
on location, shooting
Mm.
on location. So it's like I'm gonna get my fix of like not being in LA.
Right. Life
But if
just
all my
doesn't-
friends are here, like I don't want to move
Yeah.
away.
life
Obviously.
just doesn't feel real here.
It's
Yeah.
interesting.
It's just weird. It's just weird. I just feel like when I lived on the East Coast, life felt like life.
Mm.
And here, it just feels like I'm constantly in between. And sometimes that's like a
Sometimes it's
vibe.
a vibe.
But sometimes, like, it's just like the highs are very high here and the lows are very,
Very
low.
Mm.
So it's just like, I'm tired of that, really. I'm really like, want a very even keeled lifestyle. I feel like when I'm older, I'm not going to be built for
Mm.
that type
Yeah.
of.
I mean, game nights, I feel like have really kind of like changed my thoughts on that because I'm
I
like,
Yeah.
agree.
we're all just like
I agree.
vibing from different
Yes.
circles of life.
Yeah.
Like it feels like high school, just hanging out with friends, and like instead of like going to like this party and then having to like
Yeah.
meet
It's like a
whatever.
networking thing
Yeah, it's like
instead of
it feels like
it's,
we're just like
actually
hanging out, and I feel
Yeah.
like that's kind of like giving me a lot of hope about LA, living here, and like I'm just meeting like the most incredible people, like whether it's like, you know, like film people, like directors, cinematographers, whoever, that like inspire me every day, or like, you know, actors, musicians, like everyone. I'm like, I feel like so inspired, but I also don't feel like I have to like perform around everyone. Like I feel like I can like be myself to an extent, and like I feel like very comfortable here. And like I think the past like year or so has really made me feel like, okay, I can be here for longer, because I don't feel like I'm an outsider trying to fit in. I feel like I've like found people. And like
I agree.
I think that's
a
obviously
great
so important.
point.
You guys have all found your people, and like obviously now our people
And
are
now
together.
we have the
But,
same
like,
people now, yeah.
Yes,
you
this
know,
is
like
incredible.
you guys have that, and it's nice. I'm sure when you guys aren't filming, you can like be together and just be
Yeah.
friends and like
Yeah.
be vulnerable and stuff. And I feel like, yeah, it's nice having that. If like it feels a lot safer and like
Absolutely.
happier being
Feels
here.
safer. And what we were
Helps a
talking about with
ton.
Maisie last night is like all of our friends, I think we all genuinely like believe in each other's
Yeah.
success.
Yeah.
Which just like even if we're not always talking about it, just like you can like feel it. It's like, oh, we want each other to like
We all push
Right.
each
And
we
other. We
believe
all
it.
want to help each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're looking out for each other.
And that's a
yeah.
great
Yeah.
thing. The best parts of living in Los Angeles is when you are able
Actually
to connect
find
with the
real
community.
people.
Yeah, when you find the real people and
Yeah.
you're having a community. The networking and all of that, all the performative stuff isn't fun.
It's
I
cringe
really
as hell.
hate it. I
There's a
hate
lot
it.
of it too.
I just
yeah.
hate it. But when you're just living regular life, you live in like a regular place.
Yeah.
Los Angeles is fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, you do have to find that. It takes some time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes some time.
Yeah.
You know, it takes some time to get comfortable. But yeah, wow, this was incredible.
What
This was
another
an
amazing
episode.
Neema's
Thank
first
you so
podcast. Wow,
much,
see how
Neema.
was it scary?
Dude, I'm so scared. it's
I'm
crazy
literally
because like
shaking right
99% of my consumption of entertainment is like podcasts. So I'm like,
Uh-huh.
oh shit. Like I've always thought like, can I talk for an hour? I'm like, I talk a lot.
We
like,
could have
can I
talked for longer.
We
yeah.
could have talked for
We could've
longer.
talked for
Yes,
even
we could
longer.
have kept going.
So it's
have-
incredible. I
kept
can't
going.
wait to have. I mean, if we're still doing this podcast and however long, like,
Yeah.
can't wait to have you back on.
Yep.
And be like, oh yeah, you know, I just worked with XYZ. You know, like yeah.
It's gonna be an incredible time.
truly
It's gonna
incredible.
be an incredible time. Love this bookmarking time that we're creating with this podcast.
Yeah.
It's
Oh yeah, it's like a little journal memory. It's like a memory.
It
So
is.
cute.
Like a
Oh, it's so
memory.
cute.
Incredible.
Love you, Neema. I'm Maria Small.
I'm Isaiah Washington.
I'm Neema Sadeghi. You can find the game Werewolf at your local Target. I think Amazon might have it, and we are breaking broke.
yes. Woo!